I seen her. Take my heart and take all of me, girl. Let me show you what I wanna do. I wanna spend the rest of my life with you. Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Yeah, where do we go from here? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Are you listening, darling? Look where we started. Breaking in half, left us broken hearted. So where do we go from here?
Hello and welcome back, everybody, to another live stream. So, of course, it is Thursday, the 3rd of October. And as always, we are going to run through the Bitcoin technical analysis. We're going to take a look at, what I'm currently doing in these markets, how I'm positioned, what I'm looking for next, and, of course, those next trades that we are looking for as well. And, of course, if you guys do have any questions, anything that you guys want me to look at as well, at any point in this video, please do let me know in the chat, and I will be more than happy to take a look at anything you want to look at, or speak about anything that you guys want to speak about. So please do let me know if you want to. But other than that, please do make sure you smash that thumbs up button. It really helps me out, helps the channel out, and I can continue to bring this content to you. And of course, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe. Turn that bell notification on so you never miss updates like this, because like I say a lot of the time, I do feel like I give some very valuable information out in these live streams. But enough of that. Let's jump into it. Let's talk about what's going on. And I understand we went into depth yesterday with everything, of course. So I won't. I'll try not to talk about things that we've spoken about yesterday in depth, right? Because I'm sure that any of you that have watched, anyone that is here and has watched yesterday does not want to hear the same thing. Jamie, good to see you, my friend. I have just seen that Man United in 40 minutes. I do know that. So maybe I'll try and keep it a little bit shorter as well, so that I can go and watch that. But to be perfectly honest with you, not really too interested in watching them at the moment. Every time I watch them, they just kind of upset me. Even when we do win, they kind of upset me with the way they play. But thank you for that reminder, to be honest, because I did forget it was in 40 minutes. But let's get on to it. So, of course, right, price has pulled back, right? This is what we've had planned for quite some time, right? We've had this short trade planned, and the plan is in fruition. Okay, we are seeing this plan play out as we kind of expected it. Of course, we did not know that we were going to take the short trade up here. When I was talking about it, okay, I was just saying, this is a level of interest I'm looking to short. What has happened? We've come up, right? We've seen everything align. We've seen what we wanted to see for the short trade, and of course, we entered into that short trade. Just to give the people here who are not a part of the Visionary Discord a bit of an update. So you can see here, this was on Monday, September the 30th at 9:02 a.m. Just took the short. So this was in the morning, of course, on the Monday of the 30th of September. And we took that short trade at approximately $64,500. And you can see the little timestamp up there as well, September the 30th at 9:02. So literally told the team as I was entering into that trade. And of course, kind of like the rest is kind of history, right? Look at all those longs getting wrecked. This is what I'm telling the team, of course. We're seeing those longs getting wrecked, open interest decreasing, negative delta is building. Okay, so we know, and price is decreasing, right? So we know that these are long trades getting wrecked, okay? Did actually take a TP1 there. Told the team up there as well, I still feel as though we can go lower, okay? And then, of course, we did see lower prices, and I did take that TP2. As you can see, we came down all the way to $60,400. And yeah, that's where I took another TP. Why? Okay, well, because like I said last week, right? If you guys remember, I'm sure the team will remember as well. I was saying that that naked point of control at $60,400, it's not a level of interest for me, but it's still a level of support. Okay. Even if I'm not interested in trading a naked point of control, I do still have to consider it as a level of support, a level of resistance, whatever it is, right? So yeah, that's of course why I took a TP2 there, right? As you can see, $3,440 in a profit on that trade, still some unrealized profit in the trade as well. And I moved the move the stop loss to entry, making that a completely risk-free trade. So yeah, very, very happy with how I'm positioned in the market. Right, of course, I shared everything very transparently. That's what that's what I aim to do here. I try to be as transparent as possible because I understand that is a big issue in this industry, right? People being transparent. So I try to be as transparent as possible, and that's why I kind of like try and ignore the noise on this Discord. I try to just keep it straight to the point. I could fully like break down this trade and with a little message, but for any of the team that are on there anyway, I'm hoping that they would have watched the daily market update, and that's where I run through. So again, this is kind of just I want to keep it straight to the point. No BS, right? Straight to the point. So it's, just took the short. TP1, longs getting wrecked. TP2, go back a bit further. Just took the short. TP1, I still feel we can go lower. Look at all the longs get wrecked. Okay, TP2, stop loss to entry. Just straight to the point. Just transparent as possible. I think it's the best way to go about it, right? But that's kind of what's happened, right? Been very open, very, very transparent about this. Even before I was in this trade, right? I've been talking about this. Of course, we did have the original short trade here. I took it a little bit earlier because I was thinking, if we get the pullback here, I don't really want to be staying up till 1 a.m. to get that trade entry. So I was thinking, okay, I'll take the short trade earlier, okay, and then see what happens. But we ended up just going a little bit higher and then getting the short trade. So yeah, took a little bit of a loss there. But again, like the invalidation on that trade was so tight. I think I lost about $1,000 on that trade. I think it was $1,000 loss on that trade. So you can see that I've made that back and more. So I'm very, very happy with that. Very happy with this trade. And where I'm at right now, it's kind of, I still feel lower. I do still feel lower is possible, right? I understand like where we are. We're actually holding this naked point of control, which, to be honest with you, I didn't think we would hold it like this. But it's a level of support. We do have to remember that it is still a level of support. Breaking this, okay, right, lower prices. Very, very simple. For in terms of a long trade here, I remain in the same position as I stand in this, on the same side as what I was saying yesterday, which was okay, intraday, day trade, long trades off of this level. If that's what you're looking for, perfect, right? I'm sure there were many, many trades to have had off of that level. I'm sure there were. Okay, for me, it's not in my plan, so I'm not going to trade it. I'm not even going to entertain it, right? Even if people want me to entertain it, I'm not going to entertain a long trade off of that. Why? Because it's not in my plan. It's not something that I would do. And all I can share is my knowledge and what I do in the markets, because that's what, that's how I found to extract profits out of these markets. Whereas if I start doing things that other people are interested in, but I don't really do, then okay, right, yeah, maybe I'm entertaining a few more people, but I'm not being true to myself because it's not what I would trade. So here, okay, right, maybe there has been some long trades off of this, not too interested in them at all, right? I'm really not too interested in them. I'm very happy, to be honest, to look for lower prices. And I still feel as though there is a reason for price to pull back. And where I stood yesterday is kind of where I stand today as well. I don't really see a reason for price to rise. Okay. I haven't seen short trades open up down here. Of course, right. Yes, short trades have opened up down here. Okay, they have, but a very small amount of them. Again, that's why I'm saying very, like no shorts have opened up. Okay, yes, shorts have opened up, but just like such a minuscule amount that it just does not have an effect on the market, right? That's kind of where I'm at right now. So that's why I do feel that we can still see lower prices here, and I do still think there's a very valid reason for price to continue to pull back, and I do also think that I know, that there are a lot of long trades that can still be stopped out. So it's okay, right? If we start to lose this naked point of control here, okay, we lose this support, right? Lower prices are most definitely going to occur, right? But I mean, if there is that possibility, right, that we hold this level and we bounce up, we come and stop out, the short trader entry. That's a possibility. I understand, because we are using this level as very strong support. Okay, we are, and we could see lots of long trades coming in and actually start to move the market back up. That's a possibility, but. Where I'm sat right now, I don't see that, so I can't really say that we're going to see a big bounce off of this. I just don't really see any major signs of strength down here, even in terms of. Let me just before I say this, let me just double check, because I looked at it this morning. Earlier on today, but I just want to double check. So yeah, we're not even seeing any like local signs of strength. I mean, yeah, we're just not right. The absorption, okay, is not occurring, but it's looking like it is going to occur, but we're not seeing it yet. Right, the confirmation for absorption isn't there yet. So yeah, for me, I just don't see any major signs of strength down here, which is why I still feel another move down is pretty likely. But also, it's kind of something that I would just like to see anyway, because of course, we've got this long trade that's planned from kind of this area here, right? So lower prices is what I'm looking for anyway, is what I rather see. Anyway, but I don't see any major signs of strength here. So it's like, okay, if I don't see a major sign of strength, lower prices is just kind of what I would expect. At this moment in time. So that's kind of still where I stand. And again, it's like I'm in the short trade, still quite happy with how I'm positioned in the short trade as well, with like how much capital I've got in this trade. So it's like, if we pull back more, great, I can take advantage of this, right? I really don't care if we see price pull back. Jamie, did you see the crypto banter update today? Lovely bit of morning entertainment. I didn't actually. I did not, to be perfectly honest with you. I've just seen your second comment as well. I'll reply to that one in a sec. So yeah, I didn't watch. I don't. The thing is, right, I don't watch them. I don't go onto YouTube to like purposely watch any crypto YouTubers, I like any at all, because I just know they're all full of nonsense, right? But yeah, sometimes like it's just like some mornings that I'll go onto YouTube and their thumbnail would just be like punching me in the face, and it's like, right, okay, let's just have a little look. But to be honest with you, I hardly ever watch them, so they don't actually come up on my suggested For You page or whatever it is, whatever you call it. So I didn't, but I'm sure it was very entertaining, because that's all they are. It's entertainment and a news channel. That's all I see. The technical side of things, I wish I never listened to them in the past, okay, because I'll hold my hands up and say, I used to listen to them, and I used to think that they were good traders. But at the same time, I think I'm glad I did that, because now I know. what what to kind of trade against, the type of people I am trading against, the things that they're looking at. So yes, it's nice to know that. And what would be a confirmation of absorption? So confirmation of absorption is maybe the wrong term for it, but yeah, no, it's the right term. I probably, it's the right term. But basically, the confirmation really of the absorption is okay. So what we can kind of see, here is that we're about to get absorption, but price is still very bullish. Okay, price is still very bullish. So we already know that absorption is occurring. Okay, we already know that absorption is occurring because we are about to get, and when this is like the confirmation absorption, right? We're about to see, okay, the CVD actually take out this low, okay, this previous low here, okay. And what is this telling us, right? This is telling us that lots and lots and lots of negative delta is building over time, whereas price is actually looking quite bullish, okay. So the confirmation, right? Confirmation, because it's kind of like it's only absorption when you see CVD ticking down, okay, and then of course price ticking up, right, and vice versa, right? CVD ticking up and price ticking down, right? So the confirmation, right? Again, like confirmation is when we get below that previous low here and we remain above this previous high here on the price action chart. So we get below this low on the CVD and we stay above this low on the price action chart. That's the confirmation. But what you can kind of get from this, right, is that, right, we haven't got the confirmation yet, right? We haven't got the absorption, right, yet. But we know that absorption is occurring because we're very close to doing that. Right, so we kind of, it is kind of confirmation, right? We know absorption is occurring, kind of here, right? But it's not up until we see that bullish CVD, and it's not until we see that bullish CVD when we actually know that absorption is occurring. Okay, so you can kind of anticipate it, right? And then it's like, okay, right, when you see the bullish CVD, that's the absorption, that's the confirmation that it's there. But again, you can kind of anticipate it, and it's like I will do this sometimes. I will say, okay, right, it's not 100% that we're going to get absorption, but it's very, very likely that we're going to get it. Okay, you can kind of anticipate it a little bit, right? And it's the same with the other way around, right? With bearish CVD, sorry, right? It's the same thing with that as well. You can kind of see it occurring, okay, but again, it's never 100%. You're kind of just anticipating it, and you can kind of pretty much you can pretty much predict it. But yeah, so here it's like, okay, right, I know that absorption is occurring here, but it's not confirmed, right? So that's kind of what the confirmation is for it. Hopefully I explained that okay. It works much. I'm not the best person at explaining things, right? But it works in my head, and hopefully I've said it right. But again, it's just waiting for that bullish CVD. You can anticipate absorption, but it's not until you get that bullish CVD that you know absorption is occurring. When I first started out, all I would watch is them. The same here. Now I just sit and laugh. Yeah, exactly. That's the same. That's just exactly the same with me. I used to religiously watch them. This was like over 2 years ago now, right? So this was a long time ago. But yeah, now I just I mean, I feel like when I watched them, like it was good because like some aspects of it is okay, right? The news aspect, right? That's what I see them as, right? I see them as a news channel. Of course, now I didn't back then. I thought they were the best things in the world back then. But now I see them as a news channel. Okay, they're good at putting the news out there. They're good at that. Even with the technical analysis, right? They're good at putting the news out there with what's going on in the charts, right? Does their technical analysis work? Are they good traders? Absolutely not, right? But they're good at telling you where price is at and what price has done, right? I.e., price has risen to this price. Okay, they're also very good at sharing news, right? Ran, the main guy who I'm pretty sure that's his name, Ran, who the main guy who runs it. I'm pretty sure he's the main guy. He from when I used to watch them, he would have like thousands, not thousands, but loads and loads of tabs open, and it's just news, and he'd run through the news, tweets, anything that's kind of interesting. He would do that, and okay, right, that's good, right? But again, it's news, it's entertainment. It's not necessarily going to help you in trading, okay? In the trading aspect of it, okay? All it kind of does is just update you with what's going on in the markets, right? That's what I see them as. But if you're genuinely trying to become a good trader, watching their analysts, because I feel like they have quite a few of them now. They've grown quite big. They're just it's all nonsense, right? It's all nonsense. It's all triangles, head and shoulders, resistance, support levels. It's just like, it's all nonsense. I don't like that stuff, okay? And it's horrible that they have such a big influence on people because they're feeding them the wrong information. I'm not going to go into it because I know I did that yesterday, but exactly, I just sit and laugh. It was yesterday, wasn't it? It was yesterday. Because you brought it up before I was about to say it. And you brought it up before I said it, which I found really, really funny. And yeah, it was just yesterday. Like, I just watched them, and it was just their thumbnail was punching me in the face. Like, come on, watch me. I just did it, and it was just that Sheldon guy just giving a motivational speech on why his long trade failed, and we fight back and blah 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 blah. Yeah, you shouldn't have been in a long trade in the first place. It was the worst possible place you could have longed. What were we doing? We were shorting. Good explanation. Thank you. Hope it was good enough. The crypto banter phase is essentially everyone's crypto journey. Yeah, 100%. It's everyone's. It's everyone's. Everyone has that little part, and it's. The thing is, like, some people, a very small amount of people, actually get through that phase, move past it, realize what they actually are and what they actually share in terms of the technical analysis stuff is nonsense. And then, there's very, very few people that get through that phase and then actually go on to do something great within trading. Of course, like for themselves, right? The majority of them just religiously watch them, and they just stay in the same loop of just losing. And then, so the smart ones are who get through the phase and actually become something in trading. The dumb ones are the ones that stay in the loop. Okay, and to be honest with you, the other smart ones are the ones that watch it for a little bit and then decide to never watch them again. Those are the smart people as well. The ones that get through that phase and actually become good at trading, and the ones that run the other way. Both of those are the smart ones, right? Anything to do with trading and that lot, it's just not. No. And who else? Yeah, there's. I don't want to call out loads of channels, but there's loads of channels out there. Crypto Banter is just the big one, right? It's just the big one. And again, I've got nothing against them. They're very good at sharing the news, but that's it. Amen to finding this channel. Thank you very much for that. Yeah, thank you very much for your support as well, Jamie. You're always here, so it's yeah, really nice to see that. So I do really appreciate that. But yeah, again, I try and share the non BS stuff here, the real technical analysis stuff, because I know that there's, I can count the number of channels that actually talk about real technical analysis on one hand. Okay, and it doesn't even take up a whole, or it doesn't even use all my fingers. I can from the top of my head, I think there's 3-4 channels. Okay, 3 or 4 channels that I know that actually understand how these markets work. And if you look at those channels as well, okay, right, some of them are fairly big, right? Some of them are decently sized, but nowhere near the scale as the likes of Crypto Banter and all of these big channels, right? Who have Crypto Banter, 1 million subscribers. Okay, a lot of them have way over 100K, way over. I'm talking about 250K, 500K, 600K, 800K, close to 1 million, right? All of these super big channels, okay, are feeding the wrong information. Whereas the smaller channels, okay, that are actually talking about the real stuff, they of course get a lot less traction. But again, this goes back to the psychology, the psychological mindset of a human being. Human beings want to get rich quick. Okay, they want to get rich easy. Okay, with with the least amount of effort as possible, right? That's what they want. Okay, and that's why triangle patterns, head and shoulders patterns, support resistance, breakouts, all of that nonsense. It's get rich easy. Okay, you're not going to get rich doing that, but that's what people perceive. Whereas the actual stuff that is going to initially get you rich, okay, if you want to put it like that, if you really understand it, okay, and you really put some time and effort into it, like order flow, okay, exactly like we were saying yesterday, this is the best tool within trading. Why? Because it gives you it gives you why the market is moving up and why the market is moving down. Perfect example. I said this yesterday as well. In that live stream that I watched of Crypto Banter in the morning, okay, they were looking at the charts and they were saying this move down here, okay, was fear. Okay, fear, right? This is not fear in the markets, this pullback here, right? Yeah, okay, there was a news event, right? But this is not fear, okay? Maybe a little bit of it is fear, but mainly this is long trades getting wrecked, okay? It's not fear, right? It's bullish people getting wrecked, right? That's what it is, including Crypto Banter, right? So yeah, it's very important to actually just understand the markets. And again, the smaller channels, they don't get as much traction, right? Why don't they get as much traction? Because people don't want to do the hard thing, right? People want to take the easy route, but the easy route is not the right route. Okay, it's really not the right route. You've helped me loads, bro. Learned so much in the last 3-4 months. Thank you very much for that. It's really great to see that you're actually taking things away from this and actually learning stuff. That's ultimately the goal here. And I feel like I've been doing this for over how long have I been actually doing this for? I can't even, this channel, I have no idea. But yeah, I've been doing this channel for quite some time now, and I mean, it's just I just enjoy doing it. And I want to help people because I just didn't have this. I didn't have this. I don't care if it doesn't make me much money. To be honest with you, this stops me from going absolutely crazy. Because I remember a year ago when I wasn't doing this, I had no routine. I was just sat at my computer all day, but like just watching shit, just watching YouTube, watching stuff. Why? Because I'm sat around waiting for trades, and I just kind of let myself go a little bit, and it wasn't that I was mentally in a bad place, or I was going through things with work and stuff. No, it was just that was my job, right? Sitting behind a laptop, I'm waiting for these charts to hit one of my levels, and it still is my job, right? But I was sat behind a computer waiting for price to hit these levels. Whilst I was doing that, on the other screen here, I was just watching movies. I was watching YouTube, okay, and it was like, right, what am I doing here? I wanted to change something, and this kind of I enjoy doing this, right? It's something I enjoy doing, and it actually kind of gives structure to my day now, rather than just sitting around waiting for a level to be tapped. Now I can just talk about it. I enjoy talking about it. I enjoy talking about it. So yeah, I'm glad to hear that. You are actually learning stuff off of me talking about it. So it's always good to hear that. So thank you very much for that. But other than that, again, it's just patience here, waiting. Again, I won't go into detail with it. I'm looking for the long trade down here. Where are we here? Looking for that long trade in this area. Not sure quite where I'll take it yet. 57,850 or 56,425. I kind of just need to see what's going on at the level. But very, very interested in, of course, the long trade from here still. But yeah, we do need to lose that $60,400 level. If we do not lose that $60,400 level, right, then of course there's still that reason to see a rise, of course. Where's that fib level from? So yeah, Frankie, I can see you there as well. I can see you're over on Kick. Give me 2 secs. Want to put it on my charts. Yeah, so that fib level is from the most recent low here to the high. Of course, right, you can pull the fib from the low to the high as well. From the low to the high. But this is kind of how I like to pull fibs, right? When we're in an uptrend or a downtrend, I like to pull fibs, of course, from the low. From the most recent low to the high, okay? And, in terms of, right, this one here, it was the most recent low to the most recent high, okay? Now we've got this level here. But again, we don't want to really use that same level again, okay? So what we want to do right now is we want to pull it, and this is, I do this in uptrends and downtrends, right? I will pull it from the most recent low, okay? That's just what I found works for me. So Frankie, I can see that you are watching over on Kick. Are you reading the chat? I am reading the chat. So good to see you here, my friend. I don't, to be honest, think anybody watches on Kick. So yeah, good to see you here. Good to see you here, my friend. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that name. Love your content. Thank you very much. Join stream with friends. Add me on Discord. What type of stream is it? Is it crypto stream? Trading stream? I'd be interested to know. Yeah, so again, that fib, most recent low to most recent high. Just to give you a bit of an example, right? Let's just get rid of all the analysis. Okay, so here, right? Fib levels, right? Where do you pull them from? You pull them from a high to a low. Okay, what a lot of people do is pull it from the most, the absolute high to the absolute low. Okay, and they will pull it like that, and then that is their fib level. Okay, that is their fib level. But, right, what I like to do, okay, is do it from the most recent, and you'll find this quite interesting, right? The most recent high, okay, and, let's get rid of all of this price action that we've seen here, right? And we're just looking at it like this, okay? Most recent high to most recent low, Okay, this is the pull that we have, right? Stretch it out a little bit. As you can see, perfectly came up, tested this GP 786 area, and then we pulled back off of it. Right, so this is how I like to use it in terms of like a downtrend and an uptrend. Okay, I will pull it from the most recent high to the most recent low, or most recent low to the most recent high. But yeah, you can still pull it from the absolute low to the absolute high. You can still do that, and it can still be classed as a valid level. I understand that. But yeah, what you have to remember here is that, remember, we're looking for bullish structure to continue. So if we're looking for bullish structure to continue, we don't really want price to come close to this low, because if we come too close to the low, we're probably going to take the low out. Price is drawn to liquidity, so you would kind of look for the low to be taken out. So in that term, you're then pulling it from the most recent low, right? You're finding your confluences, right? And then you're looking for that extra bit of confluence, of course, which is the absorption there. So yeah, again, most recent low to the most recent high. But yeah, always from left to right as well. Quick look at stock market. This is very interesting. Quick look at the stock market. Still kind of just pulling back, really, isn't it? Again, we've got to remember this gap, right? We've got to remember the gap. If we're going to come down to the gap, we're probably going to fill the gap. So we need to just remember that. If we come down to the gap, we'll probably fill the gap. That's what happens the majority of the time. And of course, that isn't going to be good for Bitcoin, right? That's what we have to remember as well. That wouldn't be good for Bitcoin, but it's good for our short trade. Okay, so do we really care if it's good for Bitcoin? Not really. But yeah, this is something to be aware of. Legend, going to go watch United. Fingers crossed. Yes, fingers crossed. See you tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining, Jamie. Really good to see you, my friend. And yeah, of course, I will see you tomorrow. So yeah, have a lovely evening, my friend. But yeah, I'll probably head off in a sec as well. I do want to go and watch the game, to be honest with you. But yeah, I think, yeah, to be honest, I've talked about everything that I really want to talk about. I don't want to, I don't want to repeat myself too many times, because I've been talking about this plan for quite a long time now. But yeah, if you haven't already, please do smash that thumbs up button as well. Do really appreciate it. Helps me out, helps the channel out. And yeah, I will. I'll probably leave that there as well then. So yeah, have a lovely rest of your day, guys. Have a lovely rest of your day. Thank you very much, everybody who's tuned in. Thank you ever so much, everybody. Really do appreciate it, and I hope I have given you some value. I understand it's a little bit different today. I'm not really going into much depth with things, right? But again, I just don't want to constantly repeat myself. I want there to be a bit of variety in these. Live streams. But what you have to remember is, when you actually talk about the real things in trading, and you are a real trader, it is a bit boring. I have to be perfectly frank with you. It does get boring. Okay, right. If you're more of a day trader, more of a scalp trader, right, it's a bit more fun. Okay, but when you're sitting around waiting for levels, or waiting for trades to realize more profits, it can get a little bit boring. But then what you have to remember is, is it boring making money? Not really, right? So yeah, it's always about keeping yourself busy, really, and that's of course what I do nowadays, right? Keep myself busy during the day, set my alerts at my levels, and wait for those levels to be tapped. So I've got my alerts set down here at these naked points of control at 57,850 and 56425. This is where my alerts are set. And of course, if I do take the trade, of course, the first people to know about it will be the team on the Visionary Discord. As always, I'm giving my trades away in this Discord. And of course, being very transparent, telling you when I'm taking profits, what I'm looking for, and when I'm moving my stop loss to entry, all of that good stuff. Daily market updates as well. So yeah, all of that good stuff. If you want access to that, first link in the description, it'll take you over to this page here. You can gain access to all of the juicy stuff. But yeah, other than that, the free Discord is the second link if you do want that. But yeah, have a lovely, lovely, lovely rest of your day. I hope you enjoyed. And yeah, I hope to see you all back tomorrow for the last live stream of the week. And of course, for any Visionary members, I will see you in the Visionary Discord and in the daily market update. So yeah, take care and see you later. Goodbye.
Take me home, cause I wanna feel like I belong. They relate to all this pain in my past, so they listen to my song. So let's go back to where it began and where it all started from. Take this chance, one last dance, cause I've been waiting way too long. Take my hand, I wanna show you something. Promise I've been dying to see ya. They say the grass ain't always greener. I guess what they're saying is true. In my dreams, that's where I